Hello and welcome to Pennyhill Junction. So something different for you today as I take a trip to the Basingstoke Model Rail Show, which is organised by the Basingstoke and North Hants Model Rail Society and held at Aldworth School in Basingstoke. So in this video I'm going to share with you some of my favourite exhibition layouts from the show, and I'll do this in the form of both some video clips as well as some still images. So I hope you enjoy, and please join me back at the end. I'll talk through some of my highlights of the day.
You won't be stopped. You all right, mate? It's ready to
Lost plates. I've lost control of that one.
I'll trust these questions driving.
Eventually.
That's it. Entertainment. Probably cooling down. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Forget date sets and it's the
It's a diorama almost. Almost forget the train. One coming out here. Come on. Yeah.
The bridge there.
Still not moving now, so I had to reset the alarm. 17 out, is that the wrong one?
Yeah.
Right.
Red light!
Spam doesn't exist any longer.
No, it's made in Denmark or somewhere.
Real spams. I think it's a form of recycling. Started in Is it running as a diesel? It must be. doing that. My mistake, you wrong.
Because the invoice that we made was actually not
This is platform 4. On there it actually says 4. No 5. It's not showing.
Oh, really?
Great talks. No,
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those video clips and some of the photos that I took from the show. So opportunity now to share with you some of my highlights of the day, particularly in terms of the exhibition, but also the opportunity to meet a number of fellow YouTubers. So starting with the exhibition layouts themselves, the main layout that I had interest in originally was the Redham 00 gauge layout by Steve Cox. Redham with its logo inspired, but not Reading and Cheltenham, a modern image layout based on the Great Western Main Line, obviously an era and region that I'm looking to model myself. So obviously I went to the show with great interest on that particular layout. However, fantastic layout. The Redham layout is, and yeah, it was great to see it in the flesh. But I think one particular layout that really stood out for me on the day was actually an O gauge layout, and that was Courtover Town and Sevenside layout created by Andy Golding. So Courtover Town and Sevenside is a Western region layout depicting typical operations in the mid-1980s, which included a fully operational steel coil unloading facility. Fantastic layout. You have seen some of the clips and the still images, and it's certainly got me thinking about the future in terms of projects in the probably a very distant future. So I've got a big project here at 00 scale to begin with first, and that's going to take me a long time. But perhaps as a shed or maybe a garden layout in the future, seeing quite a few very good O gauge layouts at the Basingstoke show has got the juices flowing for potentially a O gauge project in the future. I also got the opportunity to speak with a couple of the guys from the Basingstoke Bodgers. You may remember them from the Great Model Railway Challenge on Channel 5 last year, and they had their Santa's holiday layout, which is both a 00 and N-gauge layout on display at the show. So it was great to talk to those guys and see some of the features, of course, which were presented so well in the show, and got an opportunity to listen to the guys in terms of their experience of the show itself, and obviously all that's happened following the show. And it's been pretty sort of full on for those guys in terms of displaying that railway, but being involved in various other projects as well. So that was great to get an insight into the show itself, and from obviously one of the competing teams. But the real highlight of the day for me, of course, had to be the people I met. So there were several very popular YouTubers who I met up with. Some I've met before, but majority meeting for the first time. One of which was the very popular Richard at New Junction. So it was great to finally meet Richard. Yeah, I've been following his layout for a number of years. Yeah, we've communicated regularly through social media, etc. So we've come, well, I feel quite close friends via social media and chat, etc. But it's good to finally meet Richard in the flesh. Great guy, really is a great guy. Also met for the first time Tim from the Scrapline Model Railway. Again, another great guy, and interestingly enough, although sometimes he has very little to say on camera, he was full of conversation during the show. So it was great. Yeah, great to meet Tim. Also, Gary from Cheeky Tech. I've met Gary before. You'll see one of my previous videos. I actually had a visit down to Cheeky Tech, and took a couple of my units down there. Took my 450 and obviously my HST down to Gary's layout. So it was good to catch up with Gary again. First time also meeting Steve Smith. Steve Smith, of course, formerly TMD, and now his future Project Zero in the pipeline. So Steve, I think, was very impressed at the Basingstoke show with the fact that there was a number of very good O-gauge layouts and modelling the era that Steve is looking to model as well. So I think he really enjoyed the show. Also great to see Susanna again at Basingstoke. Susanna and I, we met the first time last year down at Basingstoke, so it's great to catch up with Susanna again. That's Susanna, of course, formerly of Ringwood South. New project to be decided. And also Paul from N Trains. First opportunity to meet Paul from N Trains. I know Paul and Richard will also be doing videos on the exhibition, so make sure you do check out their channels and look into those videos. And also Fred from Wilbury Castle. Again, the first time I got to meet Fred was at last year's show in Basingstoke, so great to catch up with Fred again. And I hope Fred that the motorbike's fixed and you made it home safely. But finally, this guy's not a YouTuber, but I did get the opportunity to meet a award-winning modeler at the show, and that's Mike Buick of Oak Road. So Mike was helping the guys on the Redham layout throughout the day, but it was great to meet Mike for the first time. And of course, for those of you who aren't aware of Mike's work, you can find his Oak Road layout on RM Web. He does have a thread on RM Web which pretty much dates back to the very start of building the Oak Road layout, but also Mike does have a page on Facebook, and Mike is currently doing his layout and also at the same time raising funds for the Meningitis Trust. So please do check out Mike's page on Facebook. Some fantastic work, excellent modelling skills, and again something that I most definitely aspire to, so it's great to meet Mike. And so finally, you might be thinking, okay, so you went to a model rail show, what did you buy? Well, I was quite disciplined. As you know, here at Pennyhill Junction, the new layout, I'm still in the process of laying track. So I've got the third mainline loop, sorry, not mainline loop, I've got the third loop, which is actually a branch line loop to lay down in the coming weeks. So I've recently ordered the track for that. But I did pick up a couple of things. So I kept the budget small, and I was very sensible. What I did pick up this Bachmann Great Western Railway, and it is a 20-ton towed brake van. This is a Kernel Model Rail Centre exclusive with the name Penzance, so perfect for my region, and obviously the heritage line, which is going to be part of the new layout. I also picked up just some various types of plastic card to work with. I have got plans to do a lot of scratch building on the new layout, and although I'm not looking to make any kits or start building from these sheets, I do want to have a play about with painting the various brickwork and paving, and also take a look at some weathering and test my weathering skills as well before I actually put it into practice on the layout. So I've just got some paving slabs, also some random stonework as well, which depicts some of the building work in the Newton Abbot area, particularly on the Teinworthy brewery, which is potentially something I'm going to model as well. Okay, so that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. So I plan to be back with a monthly update in early April, and then, as I said, hopefully I'll have the 3 loops completed, and then should be in a position to run 3 trains at once around the layout. And then once that's done, moving forward from that, I can then start work on the heritage line and station, and then the focus will then shift, of course, to the point motors and control panel, etc., and a bit more of a focus on particularly tidying up the electrics and getting the new bus wiring. And then finally the exciting bits can really begin, and I can start to look at things like the scenic work on the layout, and hopefully bring the new Pennyhill Junction to life. So until then, again, thanks for watching, and bye for now.